Shalom. Up. I'm doing this video for a brother because the Facebook chat and that going back and forth, it doesn't really help the situation as much as actually sitting down and speaking with you. In a sense, this is what this is. You can make a video response, watch it. But yeah, I'm gonna explain the Sabbath, how that it's not Saturday. It's not Saturday is not the Sabbath. You gotta understand the Jewish. First of all, understand the Jewish people over there. They do the Saturday Sabbath. So you and they was doing it before you found out you were Israelite. If you were around my age, I'm 24. If you're around my age, they've been doing this. And if you look at the language of these Europeans, Spanish is a European language. English is a European language, and French is a European languages. They have Saturday as Sabado, and they make it seem like it's Sabbath, like out in the open. Like, here, we're not going to keep the Sabbath a secret from you. Boom, Saturday. Um, so it's like they base their calendars off Saturday being the seventh day, and Sunday being the first day. That's what they base their calendars off. That's what they base their calendars off. Sunday being the first day, and that's what they base their calendars off. So that's their calendar. That you should know, that should click in your mind right there. That thing, okay, is that they say it's the seventh day of Saturday. They say that. You gotta understand that the enemy says that. The enemy uses their whole calendar like that. The Gregorian calendar is used like that. The Julian. The Jewish people use their calendar like that. The seventh day is Saturday. They use their calendar like that. But there's really no scripture that these brothers bring that prove that Saturday is the seventh day of the week. There's no scripture these brothers prove or bring to prove. So in order to prove it, we're going to have to go through precepts. So the precepts are kind of lengthy. Because it's a whole study. It's not just a ask and tell. It's a whole study. It's not a let me ask and he's gonna tell me. It's a you ask and let me break it down to you. So we gotta find out. We gotta do the beginning. The Sabbath is the main subject, so let's get some Sabbaths. First of all, we have to know when the Sabbath is. We know it's the seventh day. But we done been brought into slavery and find out that we Hebrews, so how everything is a potential lie. Everything is a potential lie. They tell us we're African Americans. Everything is a potential lie. Now these scripts say we're going to go over here in slave ship, so these scripts ain't lying. So let's get these scripts to try to find this out. Let's go to Exodus 16 now. We got to find a Sabbath. Find a date. Like, you see how Passover is on the 14th day of the first month. That's Passover. That's a date for Passover. We got to find a date for a Sabbath because the calendar repeats itself. You feel what I'm saying? And it's in perfect order. Enoch calls it perfect justice. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, they're not slipping or slacking on days. Everything lines up how it's supposed to line up. 7 days a week, 52 weeks in a year. And they end perfectly with each other. So let's go ahead and do this. Like 52 weeks. 52 Sabbaths. Okay, Exodus. Let's go to Exodus 16. All right, Exodus 16. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you can read the whole thing, but I'm going to give you because I've read it and I understand what happened, so I'm going to basically tell you what happened. Exodus 16:1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. So on the 15th day of the second month, that's a day we have. It's a date. It's a date. D-A-T-E. It is a date. The 15th day of the second month. So if you write that down, 15th day of the second month. It says, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron. So on this day, the children of Israel murmured. It says, and the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness, to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Verse 4 is still in the same day, the 15th day of the second month. Verse 4 is still in the same day. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them, whether they will walk in my law or no. This is all in the same day, 15th day of the second month. Verse 5, and it shall come to pass on the 6th day, they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather. Boom. So the Most High said they got to go out every day and gather a certain rate every day. He said this on the 15th day of the second month. This is when he said these orders. So he said, but look at verse 6. It tells you when these days will begin. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, at evening, then ye shall know that the Lord has brought you out from the land of Egypt. So on the evening, after this 15th day, the days of gathering begin on the evening. But look at this, verse 7. And in the morning, then you shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that you murmur against us? And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For the Lord heareth your murmurings which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. So he's saying at evening you're going to get flesh. This is the sign that the Most High is about to give you this Sabbath, really. This is a sign that the Most High is about to give you this Sabbath. They got the flesh in the evening, and they got the bread in the day. You know, the manna. So we know that. We know the story of them. They worked for 6 days. They went out and gathered for 6 days. Boom. So that's the part we're not going to read. The gathering of the 6 days. Now we're going to go down to verse 23. Verse 22. Let's go 22. And it says, and it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for 1 man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath. It says, bake that which you will bake today, and seed that you will seed, and that which remain over lay up for you to be kept until morning. So it says this is the rest of the holy Sabbath tomorrow. Now 15 plus 6 days. This is the day he said this. 6 days after they was of the 15th day. So that's 15 is when they murmured. The 16th was the first day of gathering. The 17th was the second day of gathering. The 18th was the third day of gathering. The 19th was the fourth day of gathering. The 20th was the fifth. The 21st was the 6th. So they were on the 21st day of the second month where they gathered twice. Okay, so this means the 22nd was the 7th day of the month. The 22nd of the second month, the 22nd of the second month, excuse me, was a Sabbath. So write that down on calendar notes. 22nd day of the second month is a Shabath. I'm gonna make another video after this, but that's one point that you have to know. Shalom.